Percy Mavibela's question. Percy, your question gave us a graph. Okay, now the graph had 2 lines on it. Let me draw more or less. I'm going to do a quick rough draft of your graph. That's what it looks like. Here's X. Then you have a line going that way, a line coming down. Now those two meet at the same point, and that's 450,000 indicated there. This is the y-axis. That's the value of a vehicle. So it's another purchase of a vehicle that we're working with. And yet in the middle of nowhere, they gave you T4, and they give a coordinate A there. And here they give you point Q, and they give you the coordinates as 4. So immediately, folks, because the x values are the same, this line is vertical. Please, that's very important. Without that information, that the lines were vertical, you could not do this question. So 243,736,90. Okay, we'll most probably just finish the first 2 questions here. The question is, how much did Joe pay for this vehicle? This is a vehicle graph, the graph F here, and there's graph G. They say graph F shows the book value of the vehicle X years after it was bought. Graph G shows the replacement cost of the same vehicle X years later. Now they ask, how much did he pay for this vehicle? Now folks, he paid for the vehicle at the beginning of time, which lies over there. So the vehicle purchase price was 450,000 rand. Okay, that's how much he paid for this vehicle X years prior to where we are on the graph. Now they ask us, use the reducing balance method to calculate the percentage annual rate of depreciation of this vehicle that Joe bought for 4 marks. The annual depreciation rate of the vehicle. Now let's see, what do we have? First of all, we've got 450,000, and then the future value of that vehicle is 243,736.9 after 4 years, and it's a depreciation rate. Okay, so to answer that question number 2, we're going to use future value is present value 1 minus I to the power of 4. And we are after this value of I. Remember, when something depreciates, we subtract. So our future value is 243,736,90. Our present value is 450,000. And then we have 1 minus I to the power of 4. Now, folks, you can see what we have to do. We have to divide those two into one another. Let me just go back to my calculator. I want to drag it to a different space. There we go. So we've got 243,736.90, and we're going to divide that by 450,000. Okay, and that gives us 0.54163. That is 0.54163. 0.54163 is what I'm going to use. There's a few more. That is equal to 1 minus I to the power of 4. Now remember, I must now get to I. So what do I have to do? I have to take the 4th root both sides. Okay, so I might as well just write this as a power of 1 over 4. Okay, those two cancel, and I take the 4th root of my result over here. Okay, now if you look on your calculator, your root types are on your sharp calculator. Here's a power of 2, there's a normal root, there's a cube root, there's x root y. That's the one we want. Okay, So we are going to, let me just collect my second function, that. We have the fourth root. Let me just see, yeah. I don't want the answer, no. I want the fourth root of, let me just get back to that. And, oh, guys, I'm losing, there I lost my calculator. Okay, you can complete this one on your calculator. So at this point, these two will be gone, and we'll have 1 minus I, which is equal to the fourth root of 0.54163. What's left for us is to take the 1 over. So this becomes minus 1, which removes it from the left. So you'll have a negative answer equal to a negative answer over here. Now remember, this will be the I value. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly assume I'm running out of time. The two negatives are going to cancel. So if I was something, let's say to the effect of 0.0916, I'm just saying this, it's not the case, then all you have to do is then multiply it with 100 to get back to the interest rate. Okay, so that will give you a rate of 9.16. Now, Percy, I'm sorry I couldn't do your whole question. There was 2 nice, 8 more questions on the menu for us, but we don't have time. All I have time for, folks, is to thank Liberty again for their generous sponsorship for the show. If you haven't got the Tenfold app yet, please go and download it. Use the resources on there. So from me, Jacques, I'm saying goodbye until next week.